This the Prodcast with a Prodigy. This the Prodcast with a Prodigy. This the Podcast.
What's good, everybody? Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm here with my not good friends, my newly introduced friends, Nicholas and Diego Rodriguez. How are you guys today?
Good, I'm good.
Good?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Tell me a little bit about you guys' self. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Diego, my bad.
On me?
Yeah. How about you?
I'm 20.
20?
Yeah.
All right, sick. Where you guys from? Where you guys coming from?
We're coming from the high desert.
High desert area,
Yeah.
How's it out there? I've never been out there before.
Crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Is there anything like interesting, or is it kind of just like boring city area?
It's like a lot. Like everyone's like different colors. Everyone's like they have all their other passions. Everyone's like passionate about one thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to the city of Corona before? Like this area before here?
Oh, yeah, we have. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, just visiting.
For real? Yeah, it's not much happening out here in Corona. It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic about the name with the whole coronavirus going on.
That's crazy.
You know, I thought it was a joke when it first came out about my city, but it turns out, you know, it took 9 months away from my life.
Dang. Was it scary?
Scary? I mean, not really, because I don't know many people that have got it or anything like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely I'm staying cautious of it. You know, doing what I can to stay away from COVID and all that stuff.
Being smart about it. That's
yeah. What was it like growing up in the high desert? Tell me like some things that you guys would do on the regular, like go outside, play sports or anything like that, hang out with friends.
It's different from now because like growing up, like we had neighbors like across the street and on the side of us. Like we'll hang out like in groups and stuff. Like late at night too. But like nowadays it's like no one doesn't even like want to be around each other.
Yeah, with the virus.
Yeah, like no one wants to like open doors for anyone, nothing like that. It's crazy.
Is in the high desert, is like the neighborhoods built like how it is out here, like kind of like window to window, or do you guys have more property in that area?
I want to say less.
Less?
Yeah,
but there's more houses getting built.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
A lot more people are moving over there, but before it was just more dirt.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people from down the hill are like coming up to like the high desert and all that, so it's like getting crowded. So.
Yeah, I imagine that because people have been moving from like LA then to like Riverside, and I heard that they're coming over there now just because it's, you know, starting to get cheaper and more opportunities.
That's why, yeah.
You guys are lucky. In my neighborhood, I never grew up with like a group of friends. They're all like older than me and stuff like that. All my other friends live in like the other part of the city.
I feel you because I'm like the youngest of the boys, so like I always try to like to fit in with the older kids. Yeah.
But you know, it's cool. I got my license now, so I can, you know, finally drive and hang out with my friends when I want to. But yeah. I want to go and touch on the fact that you guys know somebody very famous in the time right now by the name of Ryan Garcia. I want to know how you guys and how long you guys have known him.
You start this one off there.
I was like in third grade and we moved on from Louisiana back to California. So it was kind of different because we had to get back to the same environment. Because it was different going to different states.
Yeah.
Like it was more slow and stuff in Louisiana. But when we came back, that's when we were like more sheltered to ourselves because we didn't know nobody.
Yeah.
But after we ended up meeting Ryan, he lived like down the street. We would play basketball and stuff with him. And then I came closer to Sean, his younger brother.
Yeah.
So I hung out more with him, but it was cool hanging out with them, growing up with them.
Did Ryan and did they ever mention like boxing and like their future careers or ever like talked about it to you guys before?
When we met them, they were already like in the garages.
Oh really?
Yeah, hitting the bags and stuff.
Just since they were little?
We even trained with them for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, their dad was helping us. He would wrap our hands, do all that with us.
That's cool. Did like Ryan ever like try to like spar with you guys or fight with you guys before?
Well, he was like a little too big for us, so we sparred with his younger brother, Sean, but not with him too much.
Do you think his brother is up to par with him or no?
I think Ryan's on another level right now, but his brother's pretty good too.
He's good, yeah.
Yeah, how long have you guys been like getting into the boxing scene?
Well, like their family, like because of them, like we like started to love boxing. But like I was younger than him, so he was like 3, right? Yeah. So like I didn't know what boxing was until like I met them.
Oh, really?
And then all the Rocky movies and all that, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, they pretty much brought that up to us.
Yeah,
we fell in love with the sport.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Do you guys still stay in contact with him, or not as much now?
Well, now he's famous, so like it's hard.
It
It's
changed
not,
It's
him?
hard to keep in contact.
Yeah,
but I seen his brother.
He recognizes it, but he don't really.
yeah.
It's hard to get.
He's doing his own thing.
Yeah, I seen his brother like a couple times, like at the mall and stuff. He just like walks around, like it's crazy.
Like
You see him. Yeah.
They still stay in that area?
I don't really know. I think I don't think so. No,
No?
I don't know.
Did you guys end up going to high school with him?
I went to school with Sean, but Ryan was a little older, so he was like in high school while I was in like elementary.
Yeah.
Well, I used to hang out with his little brother more.
That's sick.
Oh, that's cool.
What high school did you guys go to?
Well, he went to Adelanto, but I'm saying like we went to elementary. Me and Sean, we went to Desert Trails.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was cool. It's
How was it over there? Did you guys play football there?
nah, it was just like everyone was just dating each other. It was all like
It was like ghetto height. It was a ghetto school.
It
Yeah.
was crazy because you wouldn't think a little elementary kids like trying to date each other and get girlfriends.
They're fighting each other too.
Yeah, having little marriages and stuff.
You were in one, weren't you?
I don't know.
I had to put you on blast like that.
I don't recall.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about your early relationships?
Yeah, they're divorced now, so I don't know.
Oh. How long did it work out?
I got rid of the ring a long time ago.
It's a lollipop one.
All right. You said you're still in high school right now. What high
Yeah.
school do you attend?
Hesperia High School, the Scorpions.
Scorpions, yeah? You play any sports for them there?
Yeah, I played football freshman year, and I played football like before that too. So
Yeah.
I had a little experience, and then like, I don't know. I guess I just fell out of love with it because like it wasn't like my passion anymore.
Yeah.
Because like over time, people change and like the ways like they think of it, everything.
Yeah. Was your when you played, was your team like a good team? I feel like if you have to think about it, that's like a definitely like a
they
no.
live by me, so I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad.
I mean, I'll be straight up. My high school team is trash. Like they suck, and everybody knows it. So there's no shame in that.
Yeah.
If they're bad, they're bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Keep it real.
That's sick. What position did you play when you did it?
I played on defense, and I played I want to say receiver and all that.
Receiver.
Yeah, I didn't really
corner and all
like
that?
connect to it though, cause like I've been out of like football for a long time, cause like for a while we just like stopped playing sports and all that.
Yeah.
And I just got back into it. Just like I couldn't like handle with it and all that
Yeah.
with teams and stuff. And I think like the best thing about boxing is because like you're like by yourself and stuff. So
Yeah. More time. You just have to focus on yourself.
yeah,
not
like
literally
you
the
can't
whole
depend
team.
on anyone else but yourself.
That's sick. That's sick. So since like quarantine has happened, it's been a pretty long time, almost a whole year now.
Yeah.
How has like your guys' life like shifted or changed because of this like virus? Like what differences has it made that you've noticed like on the regular basis?
Things got boring because like we couldn't go out or nothing like that.
Did you guys go out a lot before COVID was going on?
Oh yeah, we would go out with family things and stuff. But like, I don't know, just like took away the motivation of like doing stuff because like all you're like cooped in the house all day.
Yeah.
And it's a hassle to get outside because you always need a mask. Like it gets
Oh
annoying.
yeah, you forget it times too.
Yeah, I feel like at this time, because like I work and I have to work with a mask, I gotten used to wearing the masks and stuff. Just like sometimes it does get annoying, especially when you're like going outside and you have to wear it because like it's just I don't know, something about it is just annoying. I don't mind it though.
Yeah, sometimes
cool
you
by me.
forget it though. Like you be running out the house and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's
Go
just like
from
another
that.
thing you got to worry about. I gotta have my keys, my wallet,
Yeah,
I gotta have
and
my
your
mask.
It's essential now. Like you need it.
No, you guys think that this will be good and done over by like 2021?
I'm hoping.
Not by like the beginning of 2021, but like
Isn't there like a vaccine for it? Well, like
I
a new one.
I think they're like testing a vaccine right now. I did see that on the news.
Yeah, making sure like it's like usable and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it would be sick, but like they have to get like everything, all those vaccines to everybody in the world and all that other stuff like that. Yeah. So you never know.
And a lot of people did catch it though too. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's still people catching it like right now. That's the
As we
thing.
speak, yeah, huh?
It's only getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So, how far you guys both box right now? You said, or
We both are training.
sick. You guys want to end up like Ryan Garcia, like taking this big and far in boxing?
I mean, yeah, we're trying to take it pretty serious, but
Yeah,
it's a lot.
it's a lot.
It's a lot of
It's a
work.
lot of
Yeah.
work.
If you want what?
What kind of training do you guys go through as like going through this like boxing?
Well, we go through like we've been going to gym, and then we're just trying to be like stay fit because you have to stay conditioned, a lot of conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I don't know.
It's a lot of mental work too.
Mental work?
Yeah, it brings you down sometimes because like you look back at it and you're like, what am I doing this for? Like, am I doing this for like a good cause? Like, am I gonna do something good with this?
Do you get in your head a lot while like boxing?
It's a lot of mental stuff.
Dang. Do you think it's more mental or more physical sport?
I want to say mental.
I say both.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
but yeah, physical too.
because you have to get in shape. You have to run a lot. You have to, because and you're in a ring, you have to stay conditioned. Like, you have to be able to last like 12 rounds. Sometimes
Yeah.
you could get tired like in the first two.
Not only that, because like you get hit in the face, like it's gonna throw you off your game. I
Yeah,
don't care
for
if you're in
sure.
shape, you're gonna like feel those punches no matter
Yeah,
what.
Definitely. How often do you guys train? Every day?
Oh, I work out every single day because I try to like stay in shape. Because like I don't have a coach behind me like telling me what to do and like keeping me like going.
Oh, so you guys just do this all by yourself, right? You're training all by yourself?
Yeah. Ever since COVID hit, yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, he does it every day, but I be off and on.
Doing his rapping stuff.
I be getting lazy.
Yeah, I try to push him, and I'm the younger brother. So I gotta play his role too.
Dang. You don't let him do you like that? Let your little brother outdo you?
Come on, Dago.
He's probably more dedicated, but I'm just the COVID. It be getting unmotivated sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go down because of like COVID, just like mentally. Not even like nothing bad will just happen in their life. They just feel restricted and they don't like that feeling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can understand that being locked up in a house for like your whole year
Once, yeah.
is I don't know.
What
it's
about
just-
you? Like how did it affect you and stuff?
Honestly, I feel like COVID, yeah, it affected me like negatively a lot, but more in just like being a teenager,
Yeah, growing up.
Growing up, it's my senior year and like turning 17 and all that stuff during COVID and all of that. It sucked, but like I like to look at it in a way of like this gives me more of an opportunity to focus on things because for one, my schooling is all online and it's sometimes easier, sometimes harder for like assignments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but I do get off of school earlier, so it gives me opportunities that I have now to like go work and like make money and stuff like that. And I just try to like look at the better sides of it because it didn't really affect me that much, other than not being able to see my friends and not being able to go to school physically. Really, nothing much changed.
Do you think like it gave us like too much time like to ourselves? Because like we're usually like used to like being around friends and family.
Yeah, I feel like it's been way too long because it sucks. I miss seeing my like friends every other day, but I just feel like it'll change eventually. This is eventually gonna be done, or there's gonna be a solution to it. So I just like I don't really worry about it that much. I just hope that something gets better because for right now I'm not in a bad place.
Yeah.
I
That's
got
good.
everything figured out. Just trying to graduate at this point right now. That's all I'm really worried about.
Trying to start life and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool because it gives me a kind of a head start.
Yeah,
but
that's true. Yeah.
It takes away some of the fun stuff that I would have had in
as
like
a kid.
Yeah, in my senior year. But I'm only 17. I still
You're
have
still
other
young.
time to
You
do
have
stuff.
time.
Yeah.
Way more time to do stuff. So well, my bad. So with Ryan, or not really with Ryan, have you guys like ever gotten like arguments with each other that have led into like boxing with each other, like fighting each other, or slapping something like that?
That's scary. I think. Wait. Has that happened?
What do you mean? It always happens.
It always happened. Oh yeah. Oh, between me too. Yeah.
I mean, we have another brother, but me and him, we always bump heads over video games or something.
Over video games?
Oh yeah, we bump heads all the time. Like.
It was pretty violent.
Violent.
Yeah.
I can only imagine growing up just training to fight with brothers.
Oh yeah. I think like our family played a big part in like how we are now because like my dad's a fighter. Everyone's just like a fighter like naturally, and so we just gotta find it for ourselves like what we want to do and stuff.
I don't think it's about the fighting. I think we just like having competition with each other.
Oh yeah, definitely competition.
Competition?
Yeah.
Nah, I can feel you on that one. Competition flares up between me and my friends all the time.
Uh-huh.
But Do you think you guys have like a story that you could like name up that like was memorable? Like you got into an argument because of a dumb game score or something like that?
I was a bad kid. I was like a troublemaker. I'll just run up in the room and then I'll just turn off the game on it.
Yeah, we'll fight over stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was just silly stuff like that.
all the time though, like nonstop. Growing up, me and him always fought more than our other brother. He was crazy.
I think it played a part of like, cause like I wanted to be like my older brother and stuff. That's probably why too.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get involved into any like high school fights? Any major ones?
Oh, I've heard like one of them from him.
No, I never really got in a fight with like it's not in high school or school like that. But I remember one time I was there over a girl, but I never really like.
You want to explain that?
Over a girl.
Yeah,
Those are always the worst ones.
Yeah.
yeah, it was dumb. But like he was just like this dude was just trying to get, like I was dating a girl at the time, and then he was just trying to get me mad on purpose, and then it was like little kid stuff though. It was in elementary. And he said he wanted to go bodies in the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom. All the boys went in there, all hyping it up. And then me and him, I thought we were going to hit each other in the head and stuff. But he said, no, just the body. So I was like, okay. And then we did that like real fast. And it happened so fast, but it was funny. And then I walked out like I was like
The man.
like the man in the hot shot. But at the end of the day, it was dumb. It was over a female. Like, it's not worth it.
It wasn't even a real fight.
Nah, I don't consider it a real fight, but
Yeah.
He didn't want to go full blows or anything like that?
he didn't want to.
He called you out?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I was shocked. I was like, well, no. It was crazy though.
Did you ever like witness any crazy fights?
Oh, plenty.
Plenty?
Like, I transferred from school to school, and in high school is crazy. It's like a battlefield. Like everyone was always fighting girls over a lot of drama, and it's like it was almost like an everyday thing. It was girls is pulling hair. I seen like dude he got hit one time. He just went to sleep, and you just hear him snoring. It was crazy.
Oh, he was snoring?
Yeah. And then I went to the school and on my senior year they had security, and that didn't stop them from fighting. They were still
They'll find a way.
There's always fights, so there's always like entertainment though.
I remember I've only been to one high school in my lifetime, but I've witnessed so many fights at my school. I've witnessed people fight each other and then start punching the teachers because they were trying to break up the fights.
Yeah.
I've seen a librarian get punched in the face because she was trying to break up a fight between two girls.
That's crazy.
And it's on video too. Like she had an ice bag on her face at the end of the day.
Give her a
and
black eye.
Like I don't even think she meant to. She was just swinging and it caught her face right when she was
Crossfire,
going.
huh?
Yeah, like unfortunate.
Yeah,
So
sucks.
like nobody even acknowledged it. They just kept watching the fight.
I know that, and people were just recording and stuff.
Yeah, it was my homie. He even like said, "Oh, she punched him in the face," and then just didn't care. Didn't even check up on her or anything like that.
Yeah, the high school he's going to, Hesperia, they had like a Instagram that you just go on and you see all the fights.
Oh, yeah, it was a page for it. That's crazy.
They always made all types of pages though.
I feel like somebody at my school did that before, but somebody snitched and it got
They got
taken
in
down
trouble.
because of our principals and stuff like that.
Yeah. They even made like a page that was exposing girls and stuff like crazy stuff like that.
That's horrible.
It's like a whole different world in high school.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I played football, but my freshman and sophomore year and years before that. But I think the best fights I've ever seen were definitely in that locker room once I got into like the varsity, because homies would be like growing up, we just want to fight for no reason. So I swear, one time I've seen this short, maybe like 5'6" running back against like a 6 foot running or a 6 foot linebacker go slaps, and I've seen him slap the linebacker's earrings off, like straight off. They hit the lockers, and then he was bleeding and everything. He didn't stop because he was angry. But I think that was one of the most craziest things I've ever seen.
I seen one in the locker room too. It was my quarterback. It was my quarterback, and one of I forgot what he played, but he didn't look like he wanted to fight, and they were just arguing over like a basketball game or something. And then they start arguing. And all he was saying was his glasses just fly off. The quarterback just hit him one time, and the glasses just went flying. And he stopped talking after that, but I was just like, that's crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was just shocked. I didn't expect that.
How many people were in there? The whole team?
It was everyone. Like, we didn't think nothing of it.
But because my locker room at my school is pretty small. It's like probably the size of like a normal classroom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if something's going down, you're gonna hear, you're gonna see. It's just one giant square. So there's been numerous times that I've seen things on accident. Like just it happens real quick, and like half the team sees it, half the other team doesn't see it. Like man. I don't know how we didn't get in trouble from our coach. How you don't hear this? His office is right next door.
I know, it's crazy.
No, I miss it though. I stopped playing football in like my my sophomore year because I didn't like my coach and our team sucked.
That's
it's just facts. Like we would win 1 or 2 games throughout a whole season. And my coach would play me for like 1 or 2 plays.
So same for
I
us.
feel you because I got annoyed too because we'll be losing and they keep the same people, man.
Yeah.
And we just keep losing. Like they wouldn't switch it around, try something new. They'll just keep going with it. Like
yeah,
they had favorites. Basically.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went in my school. So I just stopped playing that. And some of my friends still play. They're like, yeah, it's my senior year. I'll finally have like my opportunity to play this year. He's gonna have to play me this year. He has no one else.
Yeah, the whole team's going.
and he still don't get no PT.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No playing time.
Yeah, and we're not having any highlight tapes from Corona High School. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of high schools, what would you say you would give a shout out to in like the best high school in your area, like in terms of maybe like sports or just like educational success?
I should shout out to Hesperia High School because they're like voted the #1 in the high desert right now.
Yeah, I do hear a lot of like sports coming from Hesperia. I remember I used to play like before high school. I used to play in like a Pee Wee League football, and I would always end up like having to make games out in Hesperia, and we'd always lose out there. So I've seen there's like a good programs and stuff out there.
It's not bad. It's pretty good out there. Like a lot of people have talent out there.
I think everyone over there has like the same mentality, like is do or die, you know?
Yeah, I have a school like that here. It's called Centennial. I don't know if you guys know that name. Yeah, the Centennial school is like where all like the kids will go because they want to make it to a D1 school or something like that. They just have that reputation for him.
Yeah.
And like not to be rude or anything, is there like a team or a school that's like very obviously like not the best, like probably like bottom 5?
I don't know, cause it's like over there is back and forth. Like one team will be good one year, and then next year they might be trash. But
so it's like even competition.
Yeah, it's pretty much even out there.
Dang. I wish my area was even. It's pretty much like one school rules the whole entire place, and then they go out.
I think Oak was like over like rated, and like I think they were like almost like the top.
But they're always going to playoffs. Stuff like that.
Yeah, they were always chosen to go to the playoffs.
I remember my cousin. He went to Atlanta, and they were like a trash team. They had like a 0-something record, and they didn't win. He went there, and they went to CFF. And then they went again the next year, but they had a fight, so they canceled the fight, the next match, and that was it. They didn't even get the next ring because of that.
I remember actually, I heard a story like right after I had quit the football team. There's this kid that I used to train with over the weekends for football, and it turns out they were playing like a 7-on-7 type of like football match, and like, you know how they record it for, like, the plays and everything like that?
Yeah.
Well, there was, like, I guess they were talking crap on each other and getting on all that. And there was a huge fight. Like, it was, like, on, like, all, like, the Sports Center films and everything like that. And, like, half my team got suspended for, like, half the season because they got into a huge fight. We're throwing blows at the coaches and stuff like that. It was insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, you can't really blame them. Like, they're hitting each other like with helmets and stuff. So, like, come on.
No, it was without the helmets.
Without the helmets?
Yeah, they were playing like 2-hand touch just with like receivers and running backs and linebackers. Like that skill stuff.
I think something's bound to happen. Like, they're just running into each other.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if I could find the video. I'm not sure, but I remember that blowing up everywhere and seeing my friends, them telling me how mad they were because they couldn't play. And then our team was worse than ever that year.
Especially when it's cold and like you're on the sidelines. Oh my god.
You don't understand. I used to sit on the sideline every game, and I would have never bring like a long sleeve because I was like, maybe I'll be able to play. Or I'll do like some warm ups in the back, and then next thing you know, it's like thunderstorming and I'm freezing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
We can relate on that.
Way better to be on the field than on that sideline.
Yeah, because you're moving, you're not standing in one place.
All right, I wanna see your guys' arguments on this. I want to know who you guys think is the better boxer between you two right now. Like, if you guys were to go 1-on-1 right now, if we had gear right now, which we might or may not.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, we don't.
Next time.
Who do you think would take the win right now? Take that dub.
I'm obviously say me. Like,
really? Really?
I'm undefeated still.
He's undefeated. We're both undefeated.
What do you think you got over him?
I mean, I think I got more power.
More power?
Yeah.
I think I have more dedication, if anything.
That power is gonna put you to sleep though.
That's how it be.
That's how we talk all the time. So we're not gonna just start fighting right now.
I would hope you guys wouldn't start fighting.
It'd be good for the content.
No, we're not crazy like that.
Well, I mean, we could make it happen, but we don't have the stuff going on right now, you know?
Just gotta hype it up.
So I talked to you guys about this earlier. I want to know, let's start off with you, Tamar, right? I want to know, you can go with either your craziest, your funniest, or if you want to go far, your most embarrassing moment that you could think of on the spot right now. That you're willing to give information on, because our last person was pretty explicit.
I don't know if I could top that. I'm just saying. Well, can I like pass and like think about it? Cause like I don't really know any besides my family, cause they have one on mine, but
yeah, we could pass it. I don't know if you have one to think of right now.
I think I like one or two. I remember in football, like there's this one play. It was like the play of my life. I think because when I played in Pop Warner, like I didn't get that much PT, but then I got better, so I started getting more playing time. But I remember there was like a fumble in the end zone. I picked it up. And I was running to the touchdown, and I don't know why, but it felt like it was the longest run ever. And then I started getting, when I got halfway, I just got tired, and out of nowhere I just seen arms come from over my shoulder, and they took the ball and they ran the other way, and I was so tired that I just froze, and everyone was cheering me like and then as soon as I looked, and then my friend got popped. He stopped playing after that.
That was a crazy pop.
Yeah, it was this. I was so embarrassed. Like I was like asking, should I even be playing no more?
Wait, what point in the game was this? Like the second quarter, third quarter?
It was scary.
I don't remember exactly, but I just remember like I was excited because I actually had the football in my hand.
Was it a close game? Would that have made you win or something?
I think we would have been up if I got that one, but
Come on.
yeah, I think I cost me the game. It was like a turning point. But
did you play after that play? Did you get another play?
I didn't think I was getting that chance, but I did get to play on defense after that.
don't give him the ball no more.
You got the spot there.
Yeah, that was probably gonna be the highlight of my football career.
The highlight of your football career. You fucked it up.
Come on, Dago. Come on.
Everyone was laughing at me after that, but it was funny.
At least you could laugh at it. That's good.
Well, yeah, now I can laugh at it because like it don't matter, but at that
It was a
moment,
long time ago.
I think if that would have happened to me, I would have walked off the field. Just not even looked at my coach. I just would have.
I just kept looking at my feet.
Took the long way around too. Yeah. Just like don't look at anybody at all. I didn't even get to experience that. I didn't even get to play when I was playing football. So no embarrassing moments here. Or at least for football. At least for football.
Have you played any other sports?
I played football for a really long time because I love playing and like watching football and stuff like that. Yeah. But I quit because of like the team and like my coach and stuff like that. And also my coach like made me lose the love for football that I had before as like when I did it as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long I've played football. I think it's at least like 5 or 6 years, something like that.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, but the high school team wasn't for me, so.
Yeah, it's like a whole different like level when you go to high school. compared to like Pee Wee and all that.
Yeah.
It was like a lot more easier. Like, cause like keeping up, like I was like sick all the time or like throwing up, like it's breaking down on my body.
Yeah. I think I had a lot of fun my freshman year just because it's a mix between skilled players and new players.
Yeah.
So like practice is always fun, and I always played defense, so I never had to worry about memorizing plays. I just had to worry about where the ball was going. So that was pretty cool. Nicholas, I heard. I'm not gonna say from who, but I heard that you were wetting the bed until about double-digit years.
Who said that?
Secret information from somebody.
You gotta put on the gloves.
I understand.
There you go. Wetting the bed.
That's nasty.
Was I asleep at the time? Because I don't remember that.
So somebody's snitching on you within this room right here.
Probably my dad. He's always making up stories.
That's nasty, man.
Oh, wow, that's my story for the embarrassing part, right?
Oh, you can bring up any story you want. You don't have to be embarrassing.
Didn't you say you had like 2? What was the other one?
I had like an entanglement, and you know how those memes like where it's like the girls like text me no one's home, but that wasn't the case. Like she always had people home, but I sneaked over anyways, and I fell asleep over at her house in the middle of the night, and her mom walked in the room and saw me there. I was trying to hide underneath. She had a big old bear I got her. I was trying to hide underneath it, but she caught me and I was embarrassed because she said if I don't call someone to come get me, she's gonna call the cops. I was like, I'll just walk home.
Did she let you walk home?
No, I ended up calling my mom and dad, and I was embarrassed because my mom was like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm at so and so's house," and she was like, "What are you doing over there? I thought you were asleep." But actually, like I left like a basketball with my backpack and I tried to make it like I watched too many movies. I try to put like a basketball as my head and my backpack as my body, and then some pillows. And I don't know if it worked, but I guess it did. It did not, because people would go in and out of my room and they just thought I was asleep.
Especially my cousin, he walked in, he was like, "Oh, he's still sleeping," and then the ball fell off like his head. He's like, "Oh."
Yeah, but then I got that. That's when they noticed that wasn't me. It was a fake body of me.
Where they noticed when he moved the ball or when you called them?
When I called them.
Oh, I think when they called him.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's pretty embarrassing.
That's wild. There you go.
Yeah.
It was just an entanglement.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel if that happened to me. I'd probably freak out.
I'll die.
Just dip. Just no words. Just leave.
I didn't think I was gonna go back home after that.
Well, good thing you made it, Jose.
He's still alive today.
You thought of anything embarrassing or cool?
Do you have any stories of me besides being in the bed supposedly?
I don't know. What have you done embarrassing?
It doesn't have to be embarrassing. You think of anything like cool accomplishment, something you're like proud of, anything that like is super memorable to you.
I think like the most memorable thing that happened to me was like during boxing practice. And it's crazy because like it was like seemed like it's straight out of a movie or something. Like, you know, like those moments with like the main character, like they like realize like they have something. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably like going too far with that. But anyways, I was doing my workouts and my coach sat me down. He was like, "Hey, let your body rest. Like, let me talk to you quick." Like, and so he told me like, I seen you and your brother come. Like you guys like put in the work. Like I believe in you guys. Like, and he's like looking me right in the eyes like, "Whoa, like really?"
You had a moment or what?
Yeah, that was my moment right there. Cause like my whole life, like just wanted someone to believe in me in something.
That's sick. That's sick.
That's a lot of motivation for you. Like
that's kind of sus right there. You say you guys locked eyes.
That's
kind of sus.
Oh, that's my best moment right there. Locking eyes with some older dude.
My male coach. It was the best moment I've had in my life.
Oh no, man.
I got one question for you guys. One simple question. I want to know what's up with Legos. What do you guys know about Legos?
Yeah, what's up, Dago?
He knows about
Lego.
You into Legos?
I think like
At one point.
At one point?
Yeah.
At one point, what point was that?
Until I swallowed one.
Well, how you swallowed it?
I thought someone told you already. I see my dad laughing back there. We can just set the story. Wait, does someone have like a story about it? Like their output about it?
You know what happened, man.
I know I was there. I'm just saying I don't want to tell my part, but okay.
Yeah, wait, how do you not know the story? I thought it happened to you.
I know. I'm just making sure like anyone had like their like point of view of it.
I just remember I almost got blamed for that.
I don't know how though.
They thought I was trying to like put Legos inside his.
Try to kill me.
I don't know how he got it in the mouth, but my dad thought I put like because he drunk. He had like his cup and stuff. So they thought like I was throwing Legos in there to like kill him and stuff. No,
I need to confess. Actually, I was a weird kid. Like still to this day, actually. But like, I put the Lego in the cup. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. I just went in there and I was like, the first thing that popped up in my head when my dad asked me, I was like, it fell in my cup. And so like, because of what that. Like it was stuck in my throat for like the longest, and like it was like I had like breathing problems for like the longest too.
You sounded like a little.
It sounded like a whistle,
like a little squeak toy.
Yeah.
Wait, did you not know you swallowed it?
How
do you not know you didn't swallow?
I forgot.
Lego?
Like I was just like building. Like I don't know what I was building, but like I was building something, and I just forgot it was in there. I don't know
building
why.
a Lego set and it just ended up in my throat. I don't know how that happened.
And that was like years later when I coughed it up. Like I had the worst cough ever. Like I was like, I thought my throat was coming up. Like I just like felt it going up to my throat. And then like I saw it and it coughed up in my hand in class. So I'm like, what the heck? And there was blood and I was like, ugh, that's weird.
Did anybody in your class see?
They just saw me hacking up my lungs. That's it.
Did you tell anybody?
I think like the first person I told was my mom. And she put it in the Ziploc bag for like the longest. I'm like, why'd you keep that? That's weird. I guess for like memories or something.
Memories like you wouldn't like you're gonna forget that or something.
She did not want me to forget because she like wanted to put it on the newspaper. Like, really? You want to
frame it?
Yeah, like come on, let it pass.
Oh, it was pretty funny. I told him always do that noise, and it was like a little. He can't do it no more, but it was funny. Mm-hmm. Like do the noise.
That's my talent.
Wait, it wasn't like uncomfortable or anything like that?
Yeah, like I felt like what?
How did you just keep it in your throat for like a year?
I do not know. The doctor told me like we went to the doctors the same day. And like he told me like I was gonna poop it out, but I was like, I don't think that happened. It was small too, it wasn't even a big one. I don't know. I don't understand how it like got stuck in my throat like that. But to this day, it's gone, so I'm happy about it.
So you had it for like a year or over a year?
How many years, Mom?
How many years?
Yeah,
like multiple?
3. It was 3.
Years?
It was a long time.
Yeah.
How little were you when it like first happened?
I was young. How young, Mom?
You don't remember?
I don't know. It's a long time ago. Like they remember. I don't even remember this happening though. I want to say I was like in 5th grade.
You went like through like your whole middle school with a Lego in your throat.
It was part of my life at that point. It was like part of me.
Did like people ever ask you to like other than him ask you to make this sound?
No, actually, I don't think anyone but like our friends and like our family knew. I didn't want no one to know. I don't think anyone knew.
But he would do it randomly, like
walk around the corner, just
yeah. I'm like, what are you doing?
Breathing like a whistle.
I'll be like, what is that? Man? It would be him.
It was weird too, cause like I would sleep at night and you just hear me breathing and it just like a whistle noise. I can't whistle.
You sleep and you could hear him like have that little noise. That was weird.
And it made my breath stink for the longest. So like I had a hard time like talking to people.
Yeah, it made you subconscious about it.
Yeah, like cause like I'm like, why is my breath stink so bad? Like, come on, I brush my teeth once in a while. That's changed. I brush my teeth all the time. Before this podcast, I like brush my teeth like I want to say like 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah.
It's getting subconscious about him brushing his teeth.
It brings back memories. Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you guys? Oh, I already asked you guys. You wanted to do boxing in the future and anything like that.
Yeah.
If you guys like if something in the future happens or anything like that, do you guys have a backup plan for that you would want to do for like to make a living off of?
Well, yeah, I was looking into being like a firefighter, to be honest.
A firefighter?
Yeah.
Have you looked into like going to like the trainings and stuff for like that, the boot camps and all that stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna do that like right after school, but I wanted to like try something like actually chase like a dream and kind of did music.
Yeah.
Like I grew around music for a long time. Like my dad had a studio in the garage when I was little, so I was always like amused with music, and I love music. Like everyone listens to it. There's all types of different music for everybody.
Yeah, that's how we grew up around in my household too. We used to have a studio in our garage, but we took it down, turned it into a regular garage and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's
That's
turning
a podcast.
Yeah, now it's turning into something new. You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bringing it up. What would you want to do in the future? Say like you got injured and couldn't come back into like the boxing scene.
I talk about this all the time with my girlfriend. Like we debate about it. Like she wants me to have a backup plan on it, and like I really can't see myself having a backup plan because like I think this is the only thing I can see myself like as anything like a boxer. Cause at one point I tried going to like his footsteps, like doing a firefighter, and like I like for a long time like I studied and all that, but like I know it wasn't for me at that point. Like, 'cause, like I didn't feel like the connection and the love or passion for that that one thing. So yeah, no, I don't really think I have anything but boxing.
That's pretty cool. I like that dedication. It's scary to like,
at times,
have that like kind of confidence, but it's also like I think that's really powerful to have that kind of confidence. I definitely have like 4 backup plans, you know, just in case like one other thing doesn't work. Not trying to have my life get ruined. I gotta have plans, you know.
Yeah.
What are your plans?
Right now I'm just like saving up. I want to get into like I want to take this podcast as far as I can go with this, but also I want to get into like real estate or something like that with my brother because he does like tiling and like remodeling homes and bathrooms and all this other stuff, and he's getting really good at it. And he, I believe he wants to like start flipping houses in the future and stuff like that.
That's a lot of money.
So I was like thinking maybe I could like get into studying like realting or realtors, stuff like that, get my license and all that, and like maybe in the future help him with like buying properties or like selling properties and stuff like that. And
it's a good investment.
Yeah, and then I obviously in the future when I have like money to put into it, obviously investing is the big thing to do now to get money, especially with young people. So, but honestly, I feel like the best, like easiest way to get stuff like that is the realtor way, sell and buy areas, buy property and stuff like that. I mean, get easy income.
Yeah, I mean, like it could be a backup plan, but like I think it's like a side gig too. Like you could do whatever you do. Like you do on the podcast and like have real estate like on the side.
That's why I want to do it because like that type of work, it gets you money without you having to do stuff once you get it started. That's why I want to have in the future and stuff like that.
It just keeps you pushing and going.
Yeah, dope.
I received another line of information I want to touch on. I got a question for you, Diego.
What's that?
So I've been told at one point you about being a stripper.
Oh, come on, Diego.
I don't know about. I mean, I love dancing. Like I ain't gonna lie. I guess when I was always little, I was always dancing in my diaper and stuff. I thought I was Chris Brown or something. I don't know. I fool around. I always say I'm gonna be a stripper, but I ain't about to be no Magic Mike.
But has it ever like seriously like been a thought in your head?
I mean, yeah, it's funny to think about, but I don't know if I could make that commitment. I don't know.
Do you think if you ever got like to your lowest point, you would do it?
I would probably be.
I mean, it's good money.
That'll probably be like the last thing. Yeah, last thing I go to.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I didn't know how to feel about that one. I don't think I would end up stripping for money.
That sounds bad.
Especially as a guy, because you know there aren't like girls going into those clubs as, like looking for guys to be stripping. There's always going to be another guy doing that.
Yeah,
so like
that's how I'm like, I wouldn't want to do that. Imagine looking like walking around like Superman without like the cape and all that. Just a little.
I don't want to imagine that.
And then old ladies be trying to like
grab up on you.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. But I don't know.
It's been a thought of yours. I feel like that's just kind of weird in general to like bring that up. Like,
I play around with it. I tell him like I'm gonna be a stripper too. I can't dance for nothing.
You said you were gonna be a young Chris Brown on the table.
Stripping.
I just want to be on the stripper pole. No, I can't. I ain't even try that out.
If there was no pole, would it be an exception?
I mean, I have little sugar mamas, yeah, but I don't know if I could just dance for this thing.
Do you have a sugar mama right now?
Mm-mm.
Not at the moment.
I wouldn't mind one.
No.
It's wild, man. Gotta deal with this every day.
Yeah, I wish my brother was more my age. 'Cause
How old is he?
my brother is, I'm 17, and he's turning 30 soon in winter. So, yeah. Obviously, you told me you had a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been together with your girlfriend?
Since middle school.
Since middle
And
school?
I'm a junior now, so that's a long time.
Dang, that's crazy.
A lot of fights.
You made it that long? Like as a kid, like going through like high school?
Oh yeah, I went through high school. We broke up for like 2 years. We went our separate ways because like things came up. She went to a different school. I went to mine, and it was just wild. Like, it's always me, man. I'm just a sad story. Yeah, we broke up for 2 years, and like she dated people, I dated people. It was just like back and forth. I don't know, like somehow like we got back in contact. After 2 years. That's like a movie. Like I'm like, wow. I don't think that happens nowadays because like everyone's just like kissing up on everyone. Like, but like I don't know, like she held it down for me. So.
That's tight. That's tight. There's nothing going on like in that city. Like nothing like that goes around here in Coronas.
Oh yeah.
Nobody stays, but if they do, they've been like that like for like years and years and years.
Yeah. Especially during these times, like LA and all that, like it's just wild. Everyone's sleeping with everyone.
What about you? Do you fall into that category? Not having a girlfriend?
He's an F-boy, so I don't know.
No, I can't find no one.
You can't find the one?
They can't find him.
Or they can't find me, I don't know.
I think that's a better way to put it. They can't find you.
It's like less sad.
But do you even like make that like a priority, or is it just like whatever to you?
I mean, it's just off and on with me. Like females, I don't know. They seem like they don't know what they want, and I mean, I want something special with someone, but at the same time, I can't force it. So,
yeah,
and it's hard nowadays to find someone, especially like if you don't find them young, like my brother. Like,
yeah.
I just got lucky. I'm just gonna say that now.
That's cool though. Have a little love life while you're young.
What about you?
No way, man.
No way?
Who do you think I am?
You're not saving up for nothing, huh?
Nah, I'm focused on myself.
Oh, that's smart.
I always tell people, they're like, "Oh, why don't you get a girlfriend?" I tell them that like I'll get a girlfriend like after high school once I have a life, when I can like actually do stuff. Because like especially when I didn't have my car, people would always ask me that question. I'm like, dude, I don't want to have my parents drive me to a date with another girl where their parents are driving them to the date, because like. We got it, like, it's just different. It's not the same,
That's a hassle.
And I want to be able to, like, pay for my own stuff and, like, work for what I have.
You save a lot of money. I'm always broke, so I'm just going to say that now.
Nah, I just like to keep getting money and doing my own thing, and I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's smart. Yeah, just keep doing that. Don't change it.
I need to get like that.
I tried, like, a couple of times, but then it's like, man, this is a waste of time. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what it is. But
I can't say that on that because I'll get in trouble after this. You
should go watch the video. You'll be all angry at this.
She'll beat me up.
Have you guys been through any have you gone through a girl that's been like too attached to you and gone crazy over you or anything like that? Like gone stalker mode or anything like that on you guys?
Luckily, I haven't.
No, I haven't experienced anything like that.
I experienced one. Yeah, she was crazy. She was like around my sister's age. She's like a year younger than me, and like she wanted to date me because like she wanted like people to know she dated me. Like, so she wanted to use me. Like, you want to use me? And she was like, yeah.
She told you?
Yeah. Like, I was like, whoa, that's weird. Like, don't do that. And then somehow like she wanted my number, and I think I gave her one of like my homie's number. And so he's like, what are you doing? Like, he snitched on me. Like, he gave her like my number. So like she was like blowing me up the whole time.
You didn't end up like doing anything with her though?
No. No, she's no. I was more scared of anything.
Yeah, the ones that be tracking and doing anything to find your phone number.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't mess with girls. They do crazy stuff like that. They too worried about you. They need to worry about themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I have weird encounters with girls like at school and stuff. Like I remember this girl, she liked me or whatever, and she bit me. Like
She what?
I don't understand like what she was thinking or what she was doing. Like
She was hungry.
we were just sitting next to each other, and then like she would bite me. Like, and I was like, the teacher even caught her. Like she was like, "What are you doing?"
Wait, a bite or a hickey?
Oh, she bit me. Like,
She
like,
bit
dog,
you
like,
like a dog?
yeah, I was like, I was
Heck no.
scared. Like that female.
Or she bites you in the arm or something?
No, but
Sound like a zombie.
Just like no words, just did it.
I don't know.
Did you know her?
No, I knew her, but I'm saying
Oh.
like I didn't know why she did that. Like
I was out of nowhere.
I don't know.
Maybe she was trying to get at you.
I don't know. That's how you get at people.
Out of there. That's weird.
That's what I'm
Someone
saying.
biting you?
Yeah,
Especially during these times, the
yeah,
pandemic.
you'll probably get killed.
I've never heard of that.
Wait, didn't you have another crazy story of like a female?
Yeah, I got in elementary. Like I was close with this one girl, and then she got like a pair of scissors and cut me.
What?
Yeah.
Girls did not like
I don't know. Like we're
Wait,
friends
what type
too.
of girls are you hanging out with?
Wait, it's
man?
your friends that during this.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they're my friends.
She literally backstabbed you
No,
in
she's
the
like,
hand.
Try to kill me.
Just out of young. You're still friends with her?
No.
Oh, I'm about to
After
say.
that, I had to cut her off.
With scissors.
Yeah, I don't know who you be hanging out with.
It's so crazy.
I've
Who
never
knows?
experienced anything like that in my life. Nobody's tried to cut me with
Stab you?
scissors.
No, bite you.
Especially not a bite. Oh, what are you doing right now in terms of like your rap career, or like have you made any songs or anything like that?
Yeah, I made a few songs, and like I hit like a writing block. Like I stopped, but I still want to continue writing and making more music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been working on rapping?
I wanted to do it like younger, but I don't think I had like enough confidence, or I didn't think like I would have the time to do it, because I always had schoolwork and I was just focused on graduating. But after I graduated, I had nothing to do, and I was just writing, and I was always writing at school. Like I'll walk home sometimes and I'll just be writing, or I'll be in class and sometimes I would not be doing work, but I'll still get my work done, but I'll just be writing all the time.
Yeah.
And so like that's when I was like given the chance to go in the studio, and then I was like, I actually made it. I didn't think my first song would be good. Like no one ever thinks the first song would be good, but
Was it a banger?
I think it's pretty good, but I was just shocked. I didn't think I would do something like that.
What's like? What do you go by, like a rap name? What are you known as for when you put out your music?
Well, a lot of people I've grown up with know me from my first name, Diego, but I go by Danny Boy, my middle name.
Danny Boy.
Yeah.
What do you like? Have you uploaded any songs like on YouTube or SoundCloud or anything like that?
I ain't gonna lie, I had a SoundCloud when I was like in middle school, and I don't know why, I don't remember why, but I had it as Little Zan because he was blowing up or whatever at the time.
Yeah.
And it was just like everyone thought it was probably like a fan page or something, but it had like I always get views on it. And I remember I was posting like songs I made off my laptop, and I was getting views, and then out of nowhere, SoundCloud like gave me a notification that they banned my account, so I lost all those followers I had and stuff. I had to start from the beginning again, make a whole new account. But I have stuff on SoundCloud.
That sucks.
Did you end up like reposting like the songs that you had on SoundCloud and stuff like that? Or
After that, I was just like, man. No, because I had it on my laptop and I didn't save it like that. But
yeah.
I lost a lot.
Have you been working on anything recently in terms of like actually like making the music, like producing and stuff like that?
Yeah, I try to go to the studio whenever I can, and I have a song with Rich Face, and it's pretty good. It's called Die Alone.
You could plug like your YouTube or anything if you want to have like the viewers check out your songs or anything like that.
I haven't really posted everything on like Spotify or nothing
Yeah.
yet, but I'm working on it, getting out there.
Yeah, that's sick. You could for sure tag your stuff in here. You know, see if you can get your music going because
I appreciate that.
support everybody doing music here.
That's
Around
cool.
the family, oriented around music and stuff like that. So gotta support everybody you do. But that's sick. You know, I have friends that like do SoundCloud rapping and stuff like that. But obviously, I feel like it takes a while to blow up from SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you put the work in, it like puts it all together eventually. Especially like people like Lil Yachty and them, they blew up from SoundCloud and stuff like that. They're rich now and everything. That'd be pretty sick.
Do you think that's like based off luck or like what do you think about that?
Honestly, I think it's just a part of the grind because I know Lil Yachty, he still does. He puts out songs on SoundCloud today.
Yeah.
Because that's just where he grew up from. He's been posting since he's like 13 or 14, something like that. So he's been doing it just out of love and passion for it. So if you just have that, I think that's the main thing for it. If you just keep improving and then keep doing what you love, it's gonna put it together. You know,
I think it takes time, like to do something. Like if you do this podcast like 4 to 5 years, you're gonna be a pro at it. And you seem like a pro now, so like you're getting there. So like I think like if you give something like you want in life, like more than like 2 years, like give it your life, like give it your all. I think you will succeed in it.
Yeah, that's just how it works. You gotta have have like the right characteristics, and you have to
have a heart.
Work for it.
And it just has to feel natural. Huh?
Yeah, it's just you just have to get used to everything. It's gotta like be a new part of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it part of your life, you know?
Yeah, it is your life at that point.
Yeah, you know, like take all the sacrifices and stuff in life too.
Sick. All right, well, I don't know if you guys have realized we were talking over an hour. So
An hour already?
I'd like to thank Nicholas and Diego Gonzalez. Sorry, I almost forgot you guys' last names.
Rodriguez.
And if you guys want to do it one last time, shout out to your high school. Maybe the high school you used to attend.
For sure. Shout out Hesperia. Shout out Atlanta. I went to a lot of high schools. I ain't gonna lie. I transferred a lot. So shout out Hesperia. Shout out Canyon Ridge. Shout out Atlanta.
I'll just shout out the High Desert. High Desert. Yes.
Yeah.
They put in a lot of work.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it, man.
Prodcast with a Prodigy. This the podcast with a Prodigy.